It's your coach, Monica Stokes, y'all. We on this Saturday self-care, self-love vibe over here, and I'm just so elated that I have the opportunity to come live over here on the YouTube community to speak to the hearts of the youths that's watching this video. The youths that's God's victorious ones, might I add. Today I am overflowing with so much joy, so much peace, so much love within my soul, y'all. And it's because on today I'm not gonna even like sugarcoat it. I'm gonna be just real transparent with y'all. I woke up because I've been practicing this slow down thing, right? Because I usually, like the old me, I'm gonna say the old me like 6 months ago, would wake up like I usually do during the week at 3 a.m. But I've been working on, like y'all be working and I speak to y'all on things to work on. There's things I work on too, right? In order for life to continue to grow how it need to in the way that I need it to. So I literally, and it's been the last 2 weekends, so I'm very proud of myself. And this for you too. Think of something on today or just something you've been working on and give yourself, I said, a pat on the back. You cheer yourself on. I've been slowing down. What slowing down mean for me on today, on my self-care, self-love Saturdays, is not to wake up at 3 a.m. like I do Monday through Friday. Glory be to God, y'all. But yes, I literally was intentional. You know, I set up a order for me to just go pick up my groceries. Glory be to God. I'm so glad that service is available. So I did that. And then from there, I cooked a mini breakfast for me and the young men, did some housework. And in between that, glory be to God, I was able to get on a coaching session with one of our victorious ones. I got to meet her face to face. I got to match the name with the spirit. So it was very, very exciting and encouraging to be able to line my life up with knowing to slow down, be steady, come on, but still doing what God has purposed me to do. So that is the same thing with you in your life, in your season of growing, becoming, moving forward for how God needs you to. As your purpose, come on now, to personally build your personal relationship with God. That is what God led you here to the victorious one. God has matured my spirit, matured my faith, and I'm still maturing and growing. Each and every one of us as we still living. Even people that's 99, glory be to God. They still living, so they're still learning to grow. That's how we need to be living. Not just to be living life and not looking for the intention to see us to be a better, come on, individual who God called us to be. So for you on today, I want you to really, really dig deep, okay? Because in this video, God put it in my spirit to come on here and do a YouTube live. So that is what I'm doing on today. And anytime y'all see me up here, make sure you have you some paper and a pen so you can take notes. Because before I got on this video, even some videos he'll tell me just come speak from my heart. And that's most and all the time. But today I actually wrote down some bullet points to speak to y'all heart. Because I want this thing to be real structured. That way you can honestly catch the energy, the knowledge behind this message. Okay? It's just not for me to come on here and give you a motivational high. Come on. And then you leave off the video and you like, where the hell go when I now got to learn the lesson from what Coach Monica taught me? So that is why I am here, to coach you along. Just like there's coaches for football, basketball, soccer, God has positioned kingdom ambassadors, I said it, to come upon the land to speak to y'all heart. And I have coaches too. I have mentors and I have pastors that God has personally allowed in my life. And this was before my season of purpose, to get me prepared for my season of purpose. But I still hang close to those particular mentors, pastors, preachers who God called to speak to me. Because you got to do what started at first in order to continue to learn and develop. Because I know you have to continue on. And he will tell you to do different things in the midst of you growing and elevating. But it's the simplicity behind how God started growing you that you going to see that was necessary in order for you to honestly get the new heart, the new mind that God asked you to do. And I'm going to say this to your heart. I didn't even know that's what God was doing in my season of healing 4 years ago. I just knew I was in a season where I was tired and being sick and tired of sick, of not knowing why I was not being the best individual who I was called to be from God. not called to be even as a mother, not called to be as a wife, not called to be as an employer or employee, not to be called as whatever the world needed or wanted me to be. I had to really sit down and reflect and get with God and say, God, what is it that you need me to do? And this is what God spoke to my heart, and maybe something He's speaking to your heart too. God said, I need you to heal so you can be whole, so that not only will you be whole for the purposes of your life, so that God also said you will be whole enough to know what that power and that authority that I put within you, so that you'll be able to know the power and the authority that I put within you for not only my purpose, y'all, but also it stemmed and it grew and it overflowed over into my home. Because there was a time in my life I would question God. I'm like, God, how am I going to raise 4 teenage young men? This before they became the young men now. And when I was in my season after my divorce, it happened how it needed to. But I would question God, how am I going to do this? And God said, you're not going to do it your way. You're not going to do it out of your fleshly desires, meaning you're not going to settle in relationships just to have that label or that tag on your life. God say, I put you in this season because I need you to understand you're not going to lean on the man of the world. You going to lean on the man of the universe. That's what God said. And I had to reflect on that, and I had to start living it, even when I didn't know how it was going to happen. And that's how God do it. God said He don't expect us to know how it's going to happen. But He need us to expect to know it can happen, and it will happen when we honestly reflect and say, you know what? What am I doing to make a mess of my life? What am I doing in my life where it's not working for me? What am I doing in my life when everything look the same and ain't nothing changing for me? What am I doing? So that's why I'm here, always on here to encourage y'all. But I'm on here to give you the real deal, Holyfield information so that you can get what you need, the tools, the knowledge, and apply it. That way you can see true transformation in your life. I'm not talking about that sugar-coated stuff. No, I'm not talking about that materialistic, you can dress it up, look pretty and nice, and look holy. No, I'm talking about the real deal. It's going to happen for you. It can happen for you. And it will happen for you. But it's up to you to self-reflect, self-evaluate. And then from there, be like, I'm where I need to be. And it will be discomforting. And let me not get too far into this message before I get into it. But it's when you honestly see that it's going to be discomforting, that's good. Because you're right where God needs you at. So the title of today's message is God, let me emphasize that thing. God delivers us from pain to deliver purpose. So you write that thing down on your notes on today. God delivers us, come on, from pain to deliver you into purpose. God created each and every one of us that's living and breathing and on this earth with a purpose. If you have air in your lungs, if you hear the sound of my voice, God created you and you still on this earth for a reason, for a purpose. Just like He created wildlife for a purpose, just like God created the bushes, the flowers to have purpose, just like He created that cell phone you watching this video on, that vehicle you drive, this pen in my hand with a purpose. That is the same with you. God created you with a purpose. And is this pen holding purpose just by standing in my hand or looking pretty in the cup on my desk? No. This pen serves purpose when I apply that pressure, come on, to this paper and I take action. So make it make sense. That's how you make it make sense, by taking action. You can sit and listen to Coach Monica tell you the testimonies behind the tests and the trials of her life. You can hear me scream or sing at the top of my lungs until I'm red in the face. But it's going to take the you that's watching this video. And I'm saying this all out of love, y'all. So never take what I'm telling you out of anything outside of love. It's just that passion in my voice that you hearing, okay? God is going to take that pressure, that pain, and turn it into purpose. Just like this pen. You press it on the paper and the ink get on the page. That's the same with your life. God need to apply that pressure on our life, that pain on our life, even that pain that we didn't inflict on our own. Come on. God works it together for your good. if you allow him to. That's where that free will come in at, y'all. So these are the 3 points I wrote on my paper. So there's going to be 3 points about this message that's going to help you. Come on. Know why that pain you may be going through. That pain you felt yesterday. That pain you felt this morning when you wanted to stay in that bed in them night clothes and not go outside, not wash that face, not praise God, not pray to God. You worrying about what everybody think about you. I said it just like that. Everybody think about you. And you waiting on validation. You waiting on God waking you up right now as you watching this video. Wash your face. Come on. And know it's going to be okay. Because God is with you and God is for you. I'm going to say that thing again. Because God is with you and because God is for you. Not you worrying about your past. Not you worrying about the pain. I said it. Not you worrying about who worrying about what you got going on. Everybody got an opinion. Your past going to be your past. But you need to get on your destination. Come on, to your destiny. You need to get on your destination with destiny. Think about it like this. If you get in your car right now, and I know they got cars that drive themselves. I ain't talking about that new age stuff. You get in your car right now. Can you say, drive me to Walmart? No. You got to have the keys. I always forget to have my keys when I'm doing these videos. You got to have your keys. Come on. Put the keys in the ignition and you got to turn it on and you got to put your foot, come on that gas pedal. So that's what it is when you come onto this video. You are the vehicle. Come on. The keys is the information that I'm giving you. The action is when you take the keys, put it in the ignition, turn the ignition on, come on, and decide to put your foot on that gas pedal. And on your destination to Walmart, yes, there's going to be signs to tell you to slow down. Come on. Signs to tell you to not go yet, like the red, green, and the yellow light. But then there's going to be the sign that's going to tell you to go. Your spirit is telling you to go. Your spirit right now should be telling you and is telling you, and I'm speaking it to you and for you to wake you up. Because I had to have... Well, God, I'm going to say it like this. God positioned and aligned for me to not lay in them old grave clothes. Not to lay in my past. Not to lay in my tragedies. Not to lay in my mess. Not to lay in other people's opinion about my past life. Not to allow whoever had an opinion about how Monica was living. Not to worry about how people knew what my past life looked like. God say, I'm going to work it together for your good, but I'm going to require something out of you. This is what God's saying to you. I'm going to require you to lay down, come on, your old mindset. I'm going to call you to lay down your brokenness, but I'm going to also tell you there's things that you need to do. And that thing is right now, receiving the keys and taking the action. That's why I come on here, y'all, and I give y'all the keys. Keys I have learned. Keys that I am using. Keys that has helped open doors no man can shut. And I'm talking about doors of spiritual, come on, maturity. Spiritual sanctification. Because there is a difference, y'all, for going in the world, la-la-la-da-dee, thinking or making your life look like it's so whole. I'm going to say it again. There is a difference to go in the world and making your life look like it is whole. And then when you come home in your quiet place, you back balled up in that bed. Come on. Scrolling and looking at the reels of everybody else's life. I said it like that in my southern slang. Everybody else's life. Clicking and liking they posts. Comparing and looking. But when was the last time, this is the question from my heart to yours. When was the last time, come on, you looked at your life, the reel of your life? Come on. Like we looked at the storylines and the reels of everybody else's life. When was the last time you evaluated your life? When was the last time you clicked the like button on your life? When was the last time you commented, come on, something positive to yourself on today? It's time for you to pour into your soul so that you can really be whole. Not that fake stuff. so that you can really, come on, have a sanctification about you. And then as God sanctify you, y'all listen to me, repair you and renew you, you really gonna start walking in the lavish and the abundance of peace. You really gonna start walking in the lavish and the abundance of love. You really gonna start walking and talking in the lavish abundance of your uniqueness. And you're not gonna worry about who has an opinion about it. Because God gonna say, daughter, son, ain't you at peace? True peace. God gonna say, daughter, son, haven't I provided for you? Daughter, son, haven't I given you protection and provision? And God, and you're gonna be able to say yes, 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 yes. And you're gonna be able to say yes, 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 yes to God, because you didn't say it. Listen to your coach, Monica. No, 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 no to the world. Once you have really dug deep and start really living how God called you to live, and you start saying no to the things that is not spiritually maturing you, no to the things that is not sanctifying you, no to your flesh, God gonna say yes, 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 yes. And then others are gonna wonder, what is it about them that they're so favored? What is it so about them that they're the chosen child? What is it about them that make them stand apart? What is it about them? And I'm going to tell you the answer. It's you honestly getting with yourself. The broken you, the weary you, the depressed you, the sad you, and not waiting on nobody to give you the green light. Listen to me now, but God. And when you answer that call, come on, God tapping you, waking you up out of your brokenness, out of your hurt. You answering, he calling you. Whatever your name is. Victorious one. Instead of answering the call of the world. I said it. The world calling you to do this. The world calling you to do that. And that's what's leading to your pain. That's what's leading to your brokenness. You calling, the world calling, and you answering to the distractions. And I'm talking about that fleshly stuff. Whatever it is for you. Whatever it is for you. If it's not growing you, if it's not developing you, if it's not adding to what God and who God has called you to be, it's time for you to say no. So that you can be open and available to the yes that God has ready for you. And when God give you his yes, and you can honestly see the revelation of God, how God changes your story, you're going to be like, I don't want to go back. I'm free. I don't need to go back, because wow, this you talking to yourself. I remember when I used to pray for that peace. I remember when it used to bother me when they would whisper and talk about me. I remember when my house was so broken, and a hot mess. I remember when my bank account was on -0. I remember when I used to have to walk around. I remember when I used to have to settle for certain relationships, certain jobs. I remember when. But when God come in and you do what God called you to do, and you ain't waiting on whatever or whomever got an opinion, God say, okay, you've been faithful. And you've been faithful to God, not only because you're going out here in this world to look like you got it all together. No, you being faithful to God, like right now in your quiet place as you watching this video, you could be doing anything else on the day. But God led you here because you've been seeking something. I'm just a willing vessel to do what God called me to do, to speak to your heart, just like God assigned and aligned kingdom ambassadors in my life when I needed it. So God is calling to you right now to let you know it's time for you to be delivered for your purpose. Be delivered of that pain. Come on. Be delivered of that hurt. Be delivered of that shame. Be delivered from you being that old you was even before you got on this video. And you be that new person God called you to be. Is it instantaneous? No. I'm not going to sit on here and tell you it's instantaneous. But neither did staying toxic, broken, confused, and lost. Neither did that. It didn't happen overnight. And you may not have contributed to all your pain, because we all have a story, y'all. We all have confronted something in our life that caused us pain. Every single one of us that got air in our lungs. But it's when you choose to get up out of your brokenness. Come on. Yeah, you're going to make that devil tremble. Come on. You're going to wake up that power that's within you. You're not living for the adversary no more. You living for God. You on the winning team. You got a whole army backing you up. You got a whole army backing you up. So you don't gotta fear. You don't gotta worry. You ain't gotta stay in depression. You ain't gotta stay in sadness. You ain't gotta wait on people to cheer you on, because that whole army gonna back you up. Y'all listen to me now, because I've been doing this faithfully for 4 years. And when I tell you God changed my story, God said, I was already the author from the beginning and the end before you were even created in your mother's womb. But I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you to be faithful, not only to God, of course, that's number one, but to be faithful to yourself. Let that one sink in. Let you be faithful to yourself. When was the last time you honestly looked at your life, felt in your soul, you know what? I ain't been doing enough loving on me. And I ain't talking about that fake needing to buy your stuff to be self-gratification. We all know what that feel like. Oh, I got to get the newest iPhone. I got to get the newest this. And you get it and it feel good. But eventually that wear off. So then what you doing? Looking for the next high, the next thing to buy. You get me? When you honestly get real self-love. Y'all listen to me now. Because I didn't think this part was possible for me. But I had to break that old mindset. And it took time. It took a process. I had to understand what real love meant for Monica Stokes. And what real love for Monica Stokes looked like was, no longer will I be a doormat to the world. No longer will I wait on public opinion on how to raise 4 teenage young men. No longer will I sit in my sorrow. No longer will I go to my past for validation. I had to break up with my past, break up with my old mindset, break up with my old heart, and I had to gain a personal relationship with God. I had to gain a personal relationship with God and break up with the relationship to the world. So quite naturally, you're going to look different. You're going to walk different. You're going to talk different. You are not going to be the same person. So you cannot run to your past for validation. You cannot do the same thing that you did as a broken person to become a whole person. So that is why you have to get under proper teaching. I'm saying it like that because I want y'all to get an understanding. That is why it is imperative. Emergency lights blinking. That you get under true kingdom teaching so you can understand what true kingdom living is. You're set apart. You're still living in this world, but you're not of it. So you got to know what it looked like to be set apart. And I'm not talking about like you dress differently and you have to really have, and you talking all glory be to God. I ain't talking about that. No. I'm talking about just the natural you. The natural you gonna stand apart. And the best way I can explain that to y'all is the more God cultivated my mindset and my heart, and he gave me a new mind and a new heart, the process, and he's still doing it. But for where I'm at now in my process, it came about as I allowed God to sanctify me. The sanctification process came when I stopped doing my old behaviors. When I stopped allowing myself to put myself in behaviors or toxic situations that was not growing me. You have to detoxify, come on, your soul from the old to honestly feel, come on, and live in the real truth, come on, and who God called you to be. You have to be open and you have to be available. Write that one down on your notes. When I learned that key, I used it faithfully. Open me when you see me about to do a live. Well, if you missed a live, that's fine, because every single live is posted on this YouTube channel. You be hungry. You be thirsty. You have your pen and paper ready, because God is going to lead you because you're seeking him. Because he revealing unto you the new person he needs you to be for your purpose. That pain was not there to stay there. That pain was there because God need to deliver that pain out of you. Come on. That way he can plant the purpose. And I'm going to read the notes I put on here, y'all. Process. Okay? The first thing is the world will never replace or free your soul from deep-rooted pain. The world, the worldly mindset, the worldly heart, the worldly eyes, come on, will never. That means that's why you're going to be misunderstood when you become new. Because you're just going to become a different person. And even you going to be able to look at your reflection as I'm even looking at my reflection now, talking to y'all. The woman that I am now is not the woman she was even 5 years ago. I was so broken, so lost, confused, waiting on people to validate me. But God changed my mindset, my heart, and he changed my story. An answered prayer. And as God was doing it, I'm like, God, and as after he did it, he gave me my purpose. He gave me the name to the victorious ones. He just said, now it's time for you to go. So that's what he's telling you. It's time for you to get that pain delivered out of you. The world will never replace or free your soul from that deep-rooted pain. And it's the question I'm going to ask you on today. Are you connected to the world ways? Are you connected to God ways? And it's so much substance in that question in itself. And the only way you can honestly answer that for yourself is to look at the fruit of your life. How your soul feel. I'm not talking about things in your life and your flesh make it sad for a moment. I'm not talking about that, because we all have that. I'm talking about overall the fruit of your life. The fruit in your soul. Are you happy? Are you at peace? Do you have love? Do you have self-love? Do you have self-respect? Do you have self-worth? Are you waiting on the world, come on, to give you all that? So ask yourself that. And it's once you reflect on that, you will say, if I'm doing more of that, waiting on the world to give me all of that I just listed to y'all, or am I giving that more to myself, the godly way, just know you on the right track, and you have to continue to do it each and every day. Come on, if you said yes to that. But if you said no to the majority of that, and that's you being real with yourself, come on. That's how you get delivered. If you said no to the majority of that, that's cool, because now you where God needs you at. And you just got to be obedient from here on out. And it's okay, because I'm going to be on here coaching you, helping you, leading and guiding you to help you as my soul says yes. The next thing on here is pain is felt as an indication that we need to seek healing. Inner pain, deep-rooted pain, pain you don't see, is within us to let us know that we have to see God. God is the only person that can restore, renew, fix our hearts and our minds. God is. Yes, he sends kingdom ambassadors. Yes, he sends kingdom life coaches. Yes, he sends pastors and leaders to speak to our soul, to refill, refresh our soul and our energy, even us as victorious ones together, to iron sharpen iron. Yes, he brings us together as a community, but God is the ultimately one that's going to do the handiwork. That is why you have to have a personal relationship with God. Not the worldly religion, but the kingdom relationship. And what is a kingdom relationship with God? Is you crying on your face to God. You not posting your problems on Facebook. You not picking that phone up or texting every time something in your life break loose. You like, and this take practice, and this take trust. That's why you have to get under the knowledge to build your trust, to build your relationship with God. I didn't learn what I'm teaching y'all overnight. And I did not learn it just by hearing it. I learned it when God brought the test in my life. And he said, okay, You worthy. Come on, you already worthy. You already available. You already open. You already prepared. Now it's time for me to test you out. And I'm going to show you how triumphant that you are as a victorious one. This God telling you how you are a victorious one that he chose, that he just needed you to tap into knowing who you are for God's kingdom. That's our name in God's kingdom. God going to say, come on, victorious ones. We got a whole section for us. A whole section for us. That's why we don't need to feel like we got to conform, come on, to certain groups of the world that is not on the business that you own. You won't like my coach Latoya speak on kingdom business. So be connected to kingdom-minded individuals. Be connected to kingdom knowledge. And you may not get it at first. I didn't. But I said, you know what? I'm not getting why I'm staying stuck either. Besides the fact I ain't doing what's necessary. So I'm about to try it out. And then trying it out, I didn't get it the first time. I didn't get it the second time. But when I got it, and I have to continue to keep it by staying poured into, staying connected, being obedient. Yes, he gives us the keys, but you got to be able to keep the keys. That's like if you got a car note or something, right? You making payments on it. That's like God with us. He just gave me that revelation, y'all. So just take it as love. God said you gonna keep it, but there's still some payments you gotta pay toward it to keep it. So I'm gonna keep making the payments, so I can keep the gifts, so I can keep the talent, so I can keep, come on, with all God has given me. Keep my healing. Come on, keep it. Because when you work so hard, come on, to make them payments on that car, that house, you like, oh, I worked hard to get this. And that's beautiful. That's my dream house. That's my dream car. You're going to be like, I'm becoming my dream person. And I'm not talking about you looking at celebrities and you mimicking them. No, I'm talking about you talking about, wow, I'm the dream me who I thought was never possible for me. The me that has a true purpose. The me that got a true gift. The me that got a true calling. Because God's going to be like, I called you. You answered the call. Now you're called, come on, to the purpose of what he called you to do. So answer the call of being healed is what I'm telling you on today. The next thing I put on here is labor pain is an indication. Come on, I'm talking about delivery. Come on, in the natural, but in the supernatural, I'm talking about pain. Labor pain is an indication new life is being birthed. Whenever you feel the pain, come on, the water breaking in your life. God is cutting them relationships. God is handing you the scissors to cut off them relationships. That's like that umbilical cord. Listen to God. You need the scissors to cut. Come on, because you got to disconnect. So are you going to disconnect or hold on to it? No, God said that ain't nurturing you no more. That ain't feeding you no more. When the baby get new, got to cut the old. Because now you got to get the real food. So come over here and get fed the real food. Come on, digest it and get it in your soul. Because you may feel like right now, even as you watching this video, my root system, not this the old mindset. Come on. My root system not growing. I'm just going to listen. I'm going to take a pen. I don't know. Be hesitant. Be discomfort. But apply that pressure to that paper. Apply that pressure to that paper. Because the pressures of life, they're here to make us stronger. The pressures in life are to spiritually mature us. The pressures in life are sent to sanctify us. The pressures of life, come on, make us that beauty out of the ashes. Because you're going to be like, I remember when. I remember when. I also put on here, labor pain is an indication new life is being birthed. So think about this, the revelation God gave me, because I sat here and wrote this thing down, y'all. Think about a woman that's pregnant and they don't know that they pregnant yet, but they got the symptoms. They throwing up, whatnot. They just feel funny. They monthly ain't came up. Something ain't right. So that may be with you. You feeling some pain, some discomfort, meaning like God is delivering some stuff off of your life that you haven't even spoke about to nobody but God, and that's cool. Because everybody don't have no business knowing what your business is but God. Come on, that's top secret a lot of the times. So until He asks you to use it, is what I'm gonna say. They may think they pregnant, got an indication, but don't know, right? So they get a home pregnancy test, and then they check it out, and it's digital now. It says I'm pregnant. So the indication of you getting the signs and the symptoms may be God leading you here. Maybe in your life you just on that step like I was. Tired and being sick and tired of being tired. You sitting there crying all the time. I said it, and you don't even know why you keep crying. Are you not even understanding why you numbing your pain and you run into relationships, situations, places, things that is not growing you? You don't have to know the answer. You don't have to know the answer. I don't need you to think you need to know the answer. I need you to know God is for you and He is with you. And He will fix every bit of that pain that is within you. He sent kingdom ambassadors not only to speak to your heart, but to wake you up to the possibilities that He has available to you. And God is no respecter of person. I used to hear that all the time. And I used to be like, I'll be real with y'all. I used to think, yeah, right. He loved them better. Look at all that they got. God is no respecter of person. God is a respecter of our obedience. God is a respecter because we are a child of His. God is a respecter because He loves us in spite of our past. God is respecter because He is God. So we need to respect God because God found it worthy enough to birth us. God found it worthy enough to forgive us. God found us worthy enough to die on the cross for us. God found us worthy enough to grace us. Come on, in spite of our mess. God found us worthy enough to forgive and protect us even when we are in our mess. So it becomes a time in a season where we got to stop playing with our life. We got to stop playing with God and choose to really live for Him so we can know what our purpose is. God is calling you, yes, you, to have that pain delivered off. Are you going to feel the hurt? Yes. Think about a mama delivering a baby. They feel the pain. They feel the push. That's what that push is. God give you that pain and say, you got to push out of that. And once that baby is born, it's beautiful, right? That's the same thing with us. Once that hurt is delivered out, come on, that's where that purpose come about as well. Now you knew. Just like the baby knew. That baby ain't mature enough to take care of itself. That's why God, once again, sends individuals like myself to help and lead and guide you. Y'all, and I still have people as well that help and lead and guide me. That goes to tell y'all even about that. Pastors and mentors. They have mentors and pastors. We all got to be under some type of leadership. Come on, the more we learn and grow. He may shift around who our leaders are based on how He do it. But you have to stay under some type of leadership. Who's leading you? Are you leading yourself? Which you are supposed to lead yourself, but ultimately God is going to be your leader that's going to give you kingdom teaching, kingdom ambassadors, or whomever, to call in your life. Just like a baby being born can't take care of itself. So you knew God has delivered and delivering that pain out of you. So you stay connected to the victorious ones. Come on. Because on here, y'all, I am purpose through my pain. That's what y'all hear when you hear Coach Monica rant. Because his voice was not like this. Not even 3 years ago. It was always in me. Come on. But God got it out of me. Come on. That triumph came out of them tests. Still be tested, y'all. This compassion, come on, comes out of my past. This comes out of me learning, growing, and developing. That's what this come out of. And when y'all hear me say, I'm talking to your heart, because I'm talking to that pain. I'm talking about that undescribable pain that sometimes feels so numb because you don't want to feel it. God has a way of comforting us in that pain. I said it. But we be running. We be hiding because we be thinking, God gonna be mad at me. God gonna judge me. Because we got that mindset because we know our whole life the world did that. But God is different. God is different. He is your comforter. He is your provider. He is your way maker. God is. So you don't have to run from God. You don't have to hide from God. And on today, I really, 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 really want to let you know God loves you and He is for you. Not the world that's out there trying to stab you in your heart. Not the world that's trying to give you an identity that you live in. And you honestly live in this identity. And God say, take that mask off. Be you. The unique you who I called you to be. Well, however your voice look, however your glasses look, whatever your skin color look like, whatever that kinky hair look like, whatever number of children you got, even whatever that current situation look like with your housing, whatever your current situation look like with your job, what your current situation look like your vehicle. God is the authority. So be with the authority so that the authority can give you the pressure, come on, that's necessary in order for you to, so God can be the authority. Let me slow this thing down. With the pressure, the type of pressure that's necessary for it to be applied so that that purpose can come out. God needed that pain to be in me. I said it. God needed that pain to be part of my story. God needed me to birth triplets, y'all. Glory be to God. And didn't know I was pregnant with them to the day before I had them, y'all. Triplets. They'll be 14 soon. I didn't know. That's the same. That's just the revelation God gave me with that. This is how He'll use your past and bring it to your present. God said, you remember when you was pregnant with them triplets and you ain't know you was pregnant with them, y'all? And I went and it was 3 babies in it. God said, that's the same with your purpose, daughter. I purposed you, come on, to birth more in you than you even thought was in you. I said, what? God said, yeah, you didn't know it was in there, did you? Until you came to the doctor. Come on. The doctor was God. And He said, now you see all that purpose I put in you. In that pain. Mind you, when I was pregnant with them, yes, I was in pain, y'all. But didn't know it was 3 in there. And they survived it. So that's the same thing with our purpose. It's going to survive that pain because God needed it to work together for our good, for the glory of God. Not the glory of the world's opinion. Not the glory of people worrying about them chittering and chattering and got a problem with you. Not the glory of you even on your high horse thinking you better than nobody. Nah, it ain't about that. When you know it's for the glory of God, you ain't gonna play with God. Because you're gonna be like, this gift wasn't but from nobody but God. And I'm gonna thank God for it. And I'm gonna keep living for God. And I'm gonna keep doing what God purposed me to do. Because it's coming with so much freedom. It's coming with so much freedom. So much freedom. Yes, so much freedom. And this stuff I used to pray about. I dreamed about. When you hear individuals say they live in their dream, they live in their reality, it's possible for you too. And you know how it's possible for you? Because God is no respecter of purpose. He is just calling you, the victorious one, you that's watching this video, to be delivered out of your pain. That way He can deliver your purpose and your promise. But He got to get that pain out the way and blocking it. But He gonna put you in that process. And I'm still in process too, y'all. I'm not never gonna tell y'all. I ain't in some type of process on levels in my life where he'll bring it to my attention. You need to work on that. And I'm grateful for that. Cause that lets me know, come on, that indication light to let me know, come on, I'm still in movement. I'm still en route to my destiny. Come on. That's like you driving in that car. Because you done took the action, you still en route. But you need to get en route. Not sit there, listen to me now, I'm going to say this in closing. Not sit there in your car with the keys, the knowledge God done given you, and you done looking around and everybody else. That's no different than having a phone in your hand, I said it, and utilizing it not for how you need to be utilizing. Meaning you just taking time, and this all every day. This what you do. You picking up the phone. I was guilty of it. That's why I can speak on it, and it's all out of love. Oh, I gotta go in there and see what they doing. Oh, let me look at the real A life. Oh, let me see what vacation they did went on. Let me program. And God said, I need to program you to be like, ooh, let me see what I need to do to get this pain off of me. This inner deep rooted pain out of me. I need to see what I need or what keys I need to do to access the me. Come on, this you talking to yourself, not to settle in any area of my life. Let me get it. And once you ask God this stuff, y'all, He's a promise keeper. He gonna give you the information, the knowledge, and He gonna lead you and guide you. But are you gonna drink the water? Are you gonna drink the water? I hope y'all enjoyed this live, because I literally came on here and let Holy Spirit use me as I asked Him as never and ever before, like I ain't never been used. And I'm so grateful I asked Him that, because He came in, He showed up, and He showed out. Y'all continue to like the videos. Y'all continue to subscribe. Y'all continue to share the knowledge. Because as much as God is unlocking doors in my life, and I'm talking about not only doors of opportunity, but I'm talking about doors in my soul. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to share it. Because that's what God told me to do. God said it ain't about the numbers. It ain't about the comments. Y'all notice I don't look. God said it ain't about them numbers. It ain't about them comments. It ain't about who come in the Zooms. It ain't about who don't like it. It ain't about who put them negative comments. God said it ain't about that, because He got a whole army backing me up anyway. But God said it's about that purpose I birthed in you from that pain. That's your comeback to yourself. That's your comeback. Come on, to your past. I did a video on that not too long ago. I think that's my start video on my YouTube channel. Y'all go watch that one. That's your comeback to yourself. When you like, what's your comeback move? Your comeback move is walking in your real, true, authentic boldness. You walking in your true and authentic calling. You walking and talking and moving in your purpose that God made particular for you. You. That's your comeback move. And you ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to post about it. You just start living that thing. Just taking them keys and you just not dangling them. Come on, that's what I feel in the spirit. You ain't just taking the keys, ding-a-ling-ling. You taking the keys, putting it in the lock, taking action. Come on. And doors opening. That door open. That door open. And when the door is open, that's what the level's doing. Come on. And it ain't stuff you got to talk about. They're going to be able to look at your life. And I'm pathetically speaking this over y'all life. Those of us that's been sowing the seeds, been taking the knowledge, doing the classes, doing the courses, that's been booking life coaching. Say, I'm pathetically speaking this over all of us on this very moment. As God has given us the keys, we taking the actions, and God opening doors of opportunity, not only in the physical, but in our soul. Come on, we will start to level up and spiritually mature. That way we will no longer, I said, be the old person we used to be. That way when the world see us, they'll say that was nothing but the glory of God. So let their opinions be what they are. But when the final say-so come out, they're going to be like, what? That's how their jaw's going to look. What? How? Just like people look when they see I got triplets. Now, I'm not, to me, I forget. I'm like, oh, yeah, they triplets. They be like, huh? That's how they're going to be looking when they be like, what? You're going to be like, yeah. You're going to be so calm about it because you done went through that process. You done went through the healing. You know what you had to do and what you had to endure in your secret place to be that person, that individual who God called you to be. You're gonna be doing it so easy. Y'all listen to me now. You're gonna be like, man, I almost forgot the old me used to be sad, broken, lost, confused, damaged, depressed. I almost forgot. I almost that's gonna be you. I almost forgot. Because Because when the Spirit of the Lord gets in you, you honestly get a freedom about yourself. And that's one of those things I ask God and I tell God and I talk to him about. Please don't take that away. Don't take the authentic me that you made me away. Even when I try to like water it down a little bit, because like I told you I did on one of my videos, I had stopped hugging as much at one time. God said, and that don't even feel right, do it? I said, right. He said, I made you a hugger. I made you an encourager. I made you a motivator. And then, that's the beauty of it, y'all. He set me free and he delivered the pain out of my life. Come on. Delivered it through my life, out of my life, past my life. And in the process of God doing all that, he restored things in my life I didn't even know I had in me. I'm talking about this purpose. I'm talking about the gifts. I'm talking about the maturity I didn't know was in me. But God said I had to first make sure you was real about this thing. So you be real about your transformation. You be real about your relationship with God. So what if you in your quiet place? I said it. So what if you in your room crying out to God? I do it all the time. How you think I stay refreshed, refueled? Come on, full of wisdom. I cry to God with no shame. God need us to cry to him. Don't the babies cry to their mama when they need something? Cry to God. Instead of us crying out to the world for attention. Come on. And it may be not be crying for you, but what are you using in your life to numb, come on, your pain for the world? And in this video, I have given y'all so many nuggets of what coaching is. If you're like, what is a life coach? Coach Monica, I always talk about life coach. Those rhetorical questions that I'm asking you, come on, are the things that I use, the tools I use in order to be the person that y'all see today. And y'all may even be confused. She keep talking about this person. This person you see today was not this person. Come on, 8 years ago. So broken, confused, lost. But God changed my outlook on myself because I had to change my outlook on what God was for me. I had to evaluate what God's position was in my life. I had God not positioned. And I ain't even reflect on that. Instead, I had my flesh positioned up here on the idol. I said it. That's where my attention was at. That's what I think was making me whole. And the whole time, that was what was burying me in the hole. But God. Y'all be encouraged. And if you're looking for a one-on-one session with me, I had one today. And when I tell you God did a powerful move, and I'm so grateful that that individual booked a coaching session with me, that thing was so spirit-filled. And I'm going to tell y'all how God moved. I got on there and God said, because God's something else. He talks to me all the time, y'all. But he said, you're going to do your usual introduction. But before I could even do that, God went in that thing and started maneuvering and everything. And that's the thing. Sometimes we have to have so much structure on certain things. And he wants us to have structure. But we got to make room for him too. So he came in that room and it was all the glory be to God. The session was supposed to be only 15 minutes, right, y'all? We was in there over an hour and a half. I wasn't looking at the time because it wasn't about the time. I was just available and open to hearing this victorious one. And in there, not only was I able to coach her and give her coaching skills and knowledge for her to use, but also God used her in ways it helped sharpen me. So it goes both ways when I'm able to meet y'all on the one-on-one session. So on today, if anything in this video, anything in my past videos, prompting your spiritual baby to leap, come on, go ahead and book your coaching session. God just had me available, come on, to be able to pour into your spirit. That's what I'm doing. And then from there, he'll give me information, downloads of things that you can do to help improve your mindset. But it starts with you taking them keys and activating it, okay? My first sessions are free, y'all. I say 15 minutes, but that one, like I said, Holy Spirit moved. And it wasn't even about the time. It was about the obedience. So you get in there and you're going to get more than what you paid for. Come on, free. And you're going to be able to free your soul. Get in that free life coaching session with me. It's the first consultation session. And I'm so excited about how God is not only expanding the victorious ones physically, naturally, I'm talking about how God is expanding us in growth. So encouraged when I get to see and hear y'all testimonies. It's encouraging. I'm telling y'all, it's encouraging when God gives you what he promised you. Freedom. When God gives you, come on, a vision, and God said, I just need you to make it a reality. And then God started doing exactly what he told me he would do. But it took a process. So you get in the process of becoming the you who God called you to be. Not your brokenness, not your past, not your ex-boyfriend, not your ex-husband, not the old you, but you become the individual who God called you to be. Because it's full of promise, freedom, come on, and purpose. It's been your coach, your mentor, and your motivational speaker. Glory be to God, Monica Stokes.